Hey everyone, and welcome. Let me ask you something. What if learning wasn't this big, complicated mess? What if it was actually simple and clear? Well, today we're going to dive into an approach that's all about that. It's called CBC Academy.
I mean, just think about it for a sec. We are drowning in information, right? You've got these thick textbooks, super complex topics. It's a lot. It can be totally overwhelming. And that's the real problem, isn't it? Is there any way to actually learn what we need to without getting completely lost in all that noise?
Well, here's the good news. It turns out all that complexity, it's not actually necessary for real understanding. There is a more direct path, a way to cut right through to the important stuff. And that simpler way, it's called CBC Academy. You know, this isn't just some catchy slogan. It's a real promise. The whole idea is to create a place where learning doesn't feel like a chore, you know? It feels more like an adventure, a discovery, a place you can actually trust to make things simple, clear, and honestly, fun. So what's the magic behind this? Well, the engine driving this whole thing is something called a Competency Based Curriculum, or CBC for short. Now think about it this way. Instead of just clocking hours in a class, this whole model is about what you can actually do. It completely flips the script. It's not about how long did you sit in a chair studying. It's about, hey, can you use that skill in the real world? This is all about learning for mastery, not just cramming for a test. Okay, so that's the big picture. But how do they actually do it? How does CBC Academy make good on that promise? Well, it all boils down to a really clear, super practical path that leads to real understanding. It's this awesome, simple, three-step process. First step, animated lessons. And we're not just talking about cartoons here. It's about using visuals to take these tricky, abstract ideas and make them solid, make them stick in your brain. Step 2, clear explanations. No confusing jargon, no extra fluff, just straight to the point breakdowns. And when you put those two together, you get to the third and honestly the most important step, real, actual understanding that lasts. So what does this mean for you? Well, let's connect the dots. Those animated lessons, they're going to help you learn faster. Those clear explanations, they help you learn smarter. And that real understanding, that's where the confidence comes in. Because you don't just memorize an answer. You actually get why it's the right answer. Huge difference. And look, this method isn't just for the easy stuff, not at all. We're talking about a whole bunch of different subjects. You've got everything from integrated science to the really complex world of law to social studies, you name it. The whole approach is built to take even the toughest topics and break them down into lessons that are, well, easy to follow and honestly kind of fun to learn. Imagine that. Okay, so this brings us to a much bigger point. This is about more than just how we learn. We're talking about a whole vision here, a new philosophy for what education should even be in today's world. It's about being way more than just a library of lessons. And that vision, it's a big deal. This is literally education built for how we live right now. It's for a new generation that grew up with the internet, a generation that cares about practical skills, not just theory. We need skills that can change and adapt because, well, the world is always changing, right? It's a totally new way of looking at things. So this whole new approach is built on three main pillars. First, it's digital. That means it's easy to access and it actually fits into our busy lives. Second, it's practical. It connects what you learn in a lesson to what you do in the real world. And maybe the most important one, it's all about building skills for life. That's the real endgame. Right, and this is so crucial. Every single lesson, every explanation, it's all designed with that one goal in mind. This isn't about cramming a bunch of facts into your head for a test. No way. It's about building a solid foundation of real-world skills that you're going to use for years and years, long after the course is over. So the invitation here is just as simple and direct as the learning itself. It's really just a call to jump in, you know? To start your own journey of learning, of growing. The door is wide open. And that brings us to the end with one last question, and this one is for you. With a simpler, clearer way to learn right in front of you, the only question left is, what do you want to do with it? What skill, what one thing will you choose to build for your life?